Welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I'm DJ IE, and for today we have a multi-award-winning Filipino-American hip-hop record production duo. They brought us the hits like Mainit, and now they also have a new song out. It's called The Reason. Please give it up for Q York!
Yeah. Kamusta?
Uy.
What's up, IE?
Hello,
MYXclusive.
welcome back to Mix. Yes, we're so happy to have you here again. Guys, would you like to greet everyone one by one? Noah, can we start with you?
Yeah, kamusta everybody? Ako si Noah Lazarus of Q York, and I just want to say hello to you all and thank y'all for tuning in dito sa Mix. And thank you, Mix, always for your support of original Filipino music. Yoy.
Our pleasure. That is our
Yeah.
essence. Yes. How about you, Flavomatics?
Anong taas, mga kababayan? This is
Anong taas?
Flavomatics ako. Represente sa New York. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Mix. Much love.
This is my first time hearing Anong Taas.
Anong taas?
Yes. Is it a thing? Okay, we're gonna make it work. Anong Taas, guys.
Anong
I'm gonna
taas?
start
What's up?
using that.
Yeah.
Yung mga literal translation, ganun.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how have you guys been? Yeah. Where are you right now?
Ako, I'm in Los Angeles right now. Dito sa LA, California, pero looking to be back in Manila soon. And see.
Ooh. So,
Yeah,
what time is it there? Like 8, 9 p.m.?
Yes, 8 p.m. Mga like 8:10 around there. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
How about you, Flavomatics?
I'm actually out in Toronto, Canada. So I'm pretty much 12 hours from the Philippines right now. So it's 11 p.m. Yeah.
Ooh, thank you for staying up this late for this.
Oh no, for sure. I'm just waking up.
Yeah, he's just waking up. Ganon.
Oh, great then. So you're in Manila time pa rin. How long
Yeah.
have you been there, guys?
I've been here. Well, I was in Manila, but I came back here in February. So I've been here since February. Dito sa LA. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here since August. I was in the Philippines when the pandemic started. We were there for JR's wedding, like early February, and then
2020.
we were in Boracay. Luckily, we were able to right before the pandemic, and then we got back to Manila, and then everything happened. So we were out there, and then we were able to come back to Toronto. August or so, and been here ever since.
Wow. You're so lucky you're there. I mean, I heard,
yeah.
you know, the system there with the vaccines and everything. It's terrific. Every citizen gets one. How are things there?
Well, things here dito sa US, they're kind of getting. It feels like it's getting back to normal. Like there's a lot of traffic. Yeah, I actually got vaccinated as well too. And
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. So things are starting to open up, and people are out and about. But I think, just here, even when the pandemic was happening, people were still going out to, ganon.
With the
like I would
mask
still
off.
see-
Mask
yeah,
off.
yeah. But I mean, but yeah, it's actually because like before sobrang taas yung numbers dito sa in the US, like they had very high numbers. But I give you're right. I give a round of applause in terms of them executing the vaccines. It was easy process. You just schedule it online and get on. But things are kind of getting back to normal here. So
Oh, do you guys know the expression "sana all"?
yes, we know that
Sana
sana
all.
all sana.
Sana all.
But I think in Canada though they're still under lockdown. Doon sa Canada, di ba?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, they were on like the third or fourth wave already. Like things, when I
Mm-hmm.
first got here, things were going to open again, and then things closed because the numbers are rising more than the first time around. So it's been crazy. And then recently, again, things are going to open, and then everything shut down again, only to take out necessities, groceries only kind of thing. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. So it's kind of um, bad out here again.
So you're living so. But I think we're all living in a virtual world now. So ganon.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I know. And actually, some of us have been living in the virtual world even before the pandemic began, so
Okay.
it's not that different. But
Yeah.
it's good that you have your den over there, Flavomatics. Do I see plants? Did
Oh
you
yeah.
become like a plant tito during the pandemic?
Oh yeah. No, shout out to my Lola, my mama. She loves plants. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
it's,
So you're
yeah, I was lucky to have some plants in my visuals and to give me some fresh air.
Exactly. How about you, Noah? Like any new hobbies, new interests developed during the pandemic?
well, I think new hobbies. Well, I read a lot of books or listened to a
Mm-hmm.
lot of books. I guess I'm
Ooh.
back to like a good exercise regimen. Been like super creative, and yeah. I mean, I guess like you before Date, like you had a lot of visions of things you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then the pandemic, it kind of now you have all the time, so there's no excuse anymore. So beyond that, I'm also working on a movie script. I'm yeah, back to exercising. So I'm like on my like 12th week. I've been doing like a T25 program, so like I'm starting to getting back in shape, so that's a good thing. And just creating a lot of music, actually, like it's been because you have and streaming. Actually, we've been doing a lot of live streaming as well too. We now have you know, on different of course, on Kumu. I know you said Sana All. We've been doing a lot of streams on Kumu and just connecting with a lot of people. So so of course when the pandemic first started, diba, like it was sobrang lungkot. You're super disappointed. Like, oh, what happened? But
Depressing.
depressing, ganon, like maybe for a few months. And then, after maybe like 4 or 5 months, it's like I gotta stop feeling sorry for myself or sorry for everybody. We just gotta, rise up. And
Mm-hmm.
ever since then, it's been a lot better. So, but everybody out there, I know it's not easy. We just gotta, keep our heads up and keep moving forward. Yun.
That's true. But let me just go back to what you said earlier about the movie script. Is this for
Yes.
a Filipino movie, an international production? What is this for?
It's a I guess it is a Filipino, maybe like it's a Filipino American story. I guess it's like
Yeah,
an
both.
American
I
immigrant
guess you say
story.
both.
It's kind of like yung was it yung tunay na tulay, like it's like a bridge, right? So it's talking about the American immigrant story, then going back to your roots and finding yourself, and it's kind of like you ever read the book The Alchemist? Well, The
Yes, by
Alchemist,
Paulo Coelho.
yeah,
Hmm.
so it's kind of like well, like because we're originally from New York. Being in there, we had a big identity crisis. I think, like not knowing what Filipino was, not knowing your roots,
Hmm.
because we also carry over, the weight of our parents because they go to America, and it's like to make it because probably came from or they did come from tougher conditions. So kapag dun sa America, you're just like taught, yo, be American because this is the land of opportunity for you, and so we're not really connected to our roots. Then to going to LA, and to going back to the Philippines, and and then in that whole process, it's kind of like finding yourself and knowing who you are, and it's kind of like you travel all around the world to find something, but what you were looking for was already within you, you know. So it's kind of that's
Aww.
the
When
story.
can we expect this film to come out? Like,
Well, the
what
script.
percent is the production?
Well, no, actually, we're still in the process of doing the script. We produced a teaser already, but the script right now is maybe about 30% done because I this is already like the fifth rewrite. So
Ooh.
we're really trying to, because it's been a big process. Because at first, diba, like you're writing and and it's a completely different than writing music because everything
Mm-hmm.
has to connect. So I actually took like some screenwriting courses, actually collaborating with some other writers that have experience in terms of this. So it's been kind of a process because, you know, when you watch movies, like, usually before when I would watch movies, it's just like, oh, I like this movie. But now you watch them, like, and you really analyze them, like, oh, this character here did this, and this is how it all connects, and you kind of watch movies different. So I've also been doing that a lot, like watching a lot of movies. But we look at it, it's gonna go. We've always been the type, like, we'll just move and and somehow, some way, we're gonna make it happen. So, also just big shout outs to our business manager, Johnny D. He's also produced some films, so he's like in our corner with this as well too. And, it's gonna happen. It's how I look at it. It's never on schedule, but always on God's time. Diba?
Oh, that's such a nice saying.
Yeah.
You take your time, especially since you're writing about something that's very close to your heart. It's
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
autobiographical.
Yes.
If
Yes.
if I understood it correctly. So yes,
Yes.
you take your time. We'll wait for that in the
Yes.
future. But for now, there might be some viewers who might just be getting introduced to Q York now. So we'd like to get to know your background, how you guys started. So you have mentioned you guys were from New York. So let's tell everyone how you got your name, Q York.
Go ahead, Flav.
Yeah. We were coming up around the late '90s, early 2000s when we were making music.
Mm-hmm.
This was kind of like the boom of like independent record labels coming out, like Rockefeller, and like Rough Riders and Cash Money. But we were kind of just wanted to do our own thing as well. Um, Yo, why don't we just put out our own music, make our own CDs, make our own clothes, make our own records, and just put it out ourselves. So we were like, okay, what are we gonna
Mm-hmm.
call ourselves? Um, what are we? Real records? Like cliche stuff like that, like Wicked Entertainment. I don't know, but I guess Q York was a shirt I made a while back before that, and it was just like those airbrush kind of spray paints,
Mm-hmm.
customized, and all that was like Queens, New York for short for me, because I got the shirt made like in Florida. So all that, that's all it was at that time. But then when it was time to think of a record label name, that's when we were like, yo, how about Q York? It represents where we're from, where we grew up, pretty much where we at right now at that time. And yeah, everybody loved it. I heard it the first time, like, oh my goodness, Q York, I love it, I love it. So it pretty much stuck, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
almost 20 plus years.
Yeah, and then now it also stands for quality yields our richest key because we look at we put quality in everything we do. So it's also from where we're from, then also the values that we put into our music and everything that we
I'm
do
sorry,
as
can you repeat
artists.
that? Quality
Quality yields our
yields.
richest key.
Ooh, quality
So
yields our
yields
Yeah,
our
richest
yeah, yeah,
richest
key.
yeah.
key. So you use quality, it will open all the doors and it will give you the abundance that you desire.
Ooh, that's so neat. But
Yes.
if you were like to mark an anniversary date for Q York, like when did you guys start?
Mm. I guess unofficially, like we kind of like started late '90s.
But I think
Um,
2001 is when it
to when
2001.
really
we like
established it. Yeah.
when we
So it's our
actually
20-year anniversary.
corporation papers or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. If it's 2001, it's your
It's our
20th
20-year
year
Oh yeah,
together.
anniversary.
there you
How
go.
is
Oh,
that? Yay!
20
congratulations!
Hold
years.
on,
Look
can
at
we
that.
get
Yay!
is it okay? Round of applause. Can I do a round of applause?
Happy
Yay!
2 decades in
Hey,
the industry, you guys.
thank you guys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now let's push it a bit further back. So before establishing Q York in 2001, how did you guys meet?
Okay, I could take this one. Well, before I was in a rap group in Queens, New
Mm-hmm.
York, and we were called actually the Paradox. And I was in I think college at that time, college or high school,
Mm-hmm.
and you know I guess the rap group kind of well we did shows, and then so first we needed a DJ because our DJ at
Okay.
that time, well, shout outs DJ Fat Fingers, he's now on Hot 97 in New York, but he was our DJ, but he was training for like DJ competition, the ITF
Mm-hmm.
DJ competitions, and we had some shows coming up, and he's like, hey, I got to train, so I can't really DJ for the group anymore at this point. And then my partner was he was from Trinidad, but he was dating a Filipina. So he was like, yeah, my girl's cousin is a DJ. Let's bring him through. And then we met Flav. So Flav actually like, yeah, he DJ for like, we had like 4 or 5 shows, and then we would practice, and we kind of were like, I guess, similar in how we grew up, I guess, in Queens. So there already was like a synergy. But we just did those shows, and we just had good energy, and I guess that was that. And then me, like, I guess at that time, medyo, I guess pasaway. So like I was getting, I wasn't doing well in school at that time because I just wasn't focused. Not that I just wanted to do music,
Mm-hmm.
and so yung nanay ko, shout outs to my mom, gave me tough love. She's like, either you get your act together or you're out of this house. So I was like, all right, shoot. I got
Belated Happy Mother's Day
yeah.
to all the Filipino
yes,
moms
belated
out
Happy
there.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
So-
Day.
So I had to tell for my rap group, I said, yo, I got to take a break. I got to just focus
Mhm.
on school, and I got to do what's right, because if not, I don't know where I'm gonna be. And I guess so the group ended, and then so a year passes. I think from there, I just focused on my studies, and then out of nowhere, I guess Flava hits me up, and he's like, "Hey, I'm making beats now." Because he was going to school for music technology,
Mm.
and he's like, "Why don't you come through?" And at this time now, I was kind of I was getting back into music, but I was doing it on my own terms now, where I was doing it as a solo artist, and I was working with different producers in New York, and see, Flav just said, "Yeah, I'm making beats." So I just went to his house, and like from that day, like we just were making music every single day. Like I would just go to his house like every week. I would like sleep on his couch. We ended up building a studio. And and it was super ghetto, pero super ghetto yung studio, huh? Like the headphones were broken. We had like a headband. We put up my medyas on the microphone. Like, of course, clean socks, but we didn't have like
Pop
this. Like,
filter.
yeah, for the pop filter. Walang
Yeah.
mic stand. We took like a lamp, and we took the light bulb out, and we put the mic in the lamp. Where you put the light bulb. So we did whatever we had to do, but then slowly but surely we built it up, and then we would just record all the time, and then ever since then, we had that synergy and that great energy in terms of chemistry, and I think it was also too because we both love basketball as well too. So we would make music, play basketball, make music, play basketball, and then so it just ended up being like that, and it just happened on its own. Yeah. Yeah.
And over on Flavomadix's side, what made you
Yeah.
contact Noah like after a year of like not hearing from him?
Yeah. I was doing my thing DJing on my side of Queens, just house parties or whatever, and like school parties, family parties. But yeah, it's when I started going to college, when I was majoring in music electronic technology, when I started making beats and learning the software and like microphones and like everything from piano to like electrical stuff. I don't know. I just started creating music, and I started stacking up the music, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, let me hit up these guys, this rap group that who I was rocking with not too long ago. So that was it. It was like, okay, I just wanted to make songs. And, Noah Lazarus, I hit up Noah Lazarus, and he's like, yo, I'm solo artist right now. I'll still come through. Let's go. I was like, yeah, let's go. And then that's pretty much the story. We're always just like, yo, let's go, and they're like, yeah, let's go.
No,
They
we're like,
took
yo,
us all around the world, like,
yeah,
yo,
let's
go
move
to
to LA.
California.
Let's go. Oh, let's move to
Okay.
Philippines. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Ganon.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's the mantra of
So
New
yeah,
York.
so just like even not knowing what's gonna happen, like not really planning that far ahead, but just knowing what you want to do, and then just doing whatever it takes to get there, whether it be making a phone call or making a move to a new place.
Hmm.
I think you kind of just have to trust, trust in the process.
Yeah.
And during that time, were you guys already Flavomatics and Noah Lazarus? Were those your rapper names already?
Oh,
Yeah. I
no,
mean,
pretty
for
much,
me,
yeah.
yeah. Well, for me, first it was Noah, because I say when
Mm-hmm.
I would rap, they'd say, "Oh, you know a lot. Oh, you're parang, you're smart." So that's how I got the Noah. And then when my rap
Oh.
group, so what happened is I would enter a lot of open mics, like whether it be like in the Bronx or and all these different, and then and like I remember a few times I'd be like freestyling, and people would always be like, "Oh, you're like Lazarus because you never die." And I left that alone. But then when my group split up, there was something. My producer friend, actually, he was our mentor at that time, Chuck Bailey, who was a engineer at the Hit Factory. So I used to
Mhm.
record in the hit. He would bring us in like after Mariah Carey was there, etc. And he said, "Hey, you need a new name, because this is like a rebirth of you." And then that name just popped in my head. I was like, "Oh, so maybe I'll keep Noah, and I'll be like Noah Lazarus." And then it was like, yeah, boom, and then it just stuck. And then maybe Flav, you could break down your name.
Yeah. I was previously, when I was just DJing, I was just DJ Flavor. And it was
Mhm.
just a hobby thing, and I was DJ Flavor from the record Craig Mack's, rest in peace Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. And so that was like one of my first records that I started playing with when I was DJing. So
Mhm.
DJ Flavor was my initial name as just a DJ. But then when I started making beats, um, I felt like I was just more than a DJ now. So I was like, okay, let me just like switch it up a little bit, and I added the Maddox.
Matik yan.
Yeah, parang automatic ng flavor.
Atom-
Every time, yeah. Automatic flavor, every time I make music, and then, yeah, Flavormatics.
Oh,
Yeah.
automatic flavor every time you make music.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, may
Yeah.
lasa. Sarap ng lasa. ng tugtugan.
Ooh. But are they near your real names? Like for the record,
No,
what are
no,
your
it's not
real
near
names?
at all.
Like I
Uh,
thought Noah,
Mar-
you were Noah, like Noah's
yeah,
Ark.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I only really give out my real name unless someone's gonna write me a check.
Oh, so
That's
it's
okay.
an unknown thing.
No.
No.
I mean, it's known, but yeah.
No, my real name is Cedric. That's my real name.
Cedric. Okay,
Cedric.
oh, Cedric what?
Cedric Bonhoc.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Bonjoc. But I think it's Bonjoc. Well, the story goes is that I met my lolo in Davao maybe like 3-4 years ago, and the story is that there was like a French missionary that came to Davao on like what is that island? Is that Samar Island or the small island there? So I went there because my lolo is there on my dad's side, and that's what they told me. There was a French missionary, and he's like your great grandfather. That's why our last name is Bonjoc. Like because when I was actually growing up in New York, everybody thought I was like French because they would say Bonjoc. So I don't know. I mean I don't. Yeah, that's. But that's how the story goes. So I guess I'm part French or something.
Well, thanks for telling us the story about Davao because I was just gonna ask, like, do you know which part of the Philippines your family's from?
Yes. My dad's from Davao and my mom is from Manila, Makati, Manila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How about you,
Yeah.
Flav?
My mother is from Mindoro, the island off of Batangas. I forgot if it's Oriental or Occidental, pero Abra de Ilog, Mindoro, and then my pop's family is Ilocano, Ilocos.
Yes,
Oh
Norte.
Ilocos.
yes. Okay. Ilocos Norte. But
Yeah,
what's your
yeah.
real name?
Oh, my real name is James.
James.
LeBron James.
And what's your last name?
Palma.
James Palma. Okay, there you
Yeah, yeah.
go. Just to, just for our archives.
Yes,
Oh
it's
yeah, for sure,
Just
okay.
for
for sure.
Yes, you can Google me.
You
yeah.
can Google me or
All right, thank you guys. Now let's get to your music. So, how did you guys come up with your own brand of Q York music, and how would you describe it?
um, I think well generally our music is very versatile, but I think what we're mostly known for is like the feel good vibes, danceable,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, clever lyrics and catchy songs. I would think that's I guess, but of course quality lyrics, quality ideas, and also authentic. I would think
Mm-hmm.
that's a big part of it. How would you
yeah, yeah.
describe it, Flav?
Presenting represent like the realness, positivity, uplifting, um yeah, yeah. I think it just happens organically, you know. We just make music. Sometimes we have like okay an idea like okay let's make a song like this, let's make a song like that, or someone
Mm-hmm.
asks us to to do something like that. But other than that, I think we just make music, um how we feel, and a lot of the recent ones as well is just like no. I mean, of course, we're influenced and inspired by everything around us, from everything on the radio and you know social medias and all that, everything you see around you. But when it's time in the studio, it's not like okay, let's do something like this, let's do something like that. We just let it happen organically. There, it's like, oh yeah, that's hot. Boom, let's add to this, let's add to that. Okay, let's punch me in, yeah, yeah, yeah. Record me. I'm ready, I'm ready. And then it just happens, and then we do maybe like I don't know 2, 3 per session, and oh my goodness, we're dropping like every Friday now.
Yeah, we have a song
New
dropping
music
every.
every Friday. So make sure you check us out. Flavor Max, Noah Lazarus, Q York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and one of those is actually what we're promoting right now. The Reason. Can you tell us about
Yes.
this song? Was
Um.
this done during the pandemic?
Yes, this was done during the pandemic. I was in Manila. Flav
Mm-hmm.
was in Toronto, and big shout outs to Alex Lim over at Alex Fatboy Lim over
Fat Boy
at
Lim.
Warner. Um, like basically, they're like, oh, what's your next single? And then we're like, all right, let's get to work. And I think Flav sent me a few beats, and then as soon as I heard that beat, I was like, oh, this is it, because it had an island kind of vibe to it. And I heard melodies right away. Like usually when things happen instantaneous, it's like, all right, we ready. And it was basically like, I think in terms of the idea of the song, you know, uh, like I just wanted it to feel good. I think in terms of the vibe, and then it's cool about the lyrics. I think in terms of, if you listen to the rap lyrics on it,
Mm-hmm.
is because we do have a show on Kumu called the Barrio Show, and it's actually happens every Friday right now on the Kumu USA stage,
Actually,
two
yeah, in a
thirty,
couple of hours actually.
in a couple hours. And what we have on the show is we have a pickup line competition. So we have
Ooh.
people, like, they come in, and then we have, like, shout outs to the CPI and CMI babes. We have, like, girls who judge. They put up scorecards. So at the end of every show, we have a pickup line competition. So we were just like in this zone at that time where it was like every week you're hearing pickup lines, and it's funny. And so in terms of the rap lyrics on the song, we just incorporated a lot of these pickup lines that we were making up, or that big shout outs to all the contestants that joined, that we would hear. We're like, oh, we're gonna flip it and use it in this way. So it was just kind of like a fun, feel good song. And yeah, for me it was kind of like, it felt like the beach, I guess, if that's something. And especially during that time of the pandemic, you can't go out. So it was kind of like, I want to bring that feeling, like, you're outside in the world, and you're on the beach, just hanging out, having a good time. But yeah, maybe you could break your side down, Flav.
Yeah, yeah. So we were able to do the music video with crazy green screen. I got like snow in my background and like aerial shots. No, no, no. Actually, that's real snow in the video
I
from
noticed,
Toronto.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a drone doing the aerial shots. But nah, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. You know, I make music. I try to make music every day, at least one beat a day. I try, but of course, you know, life happens, and sometimes you can't. But that's how I'm able to like, I guess, stack up some music or beats, tracks or whatnot. And that's why when it's go time, when it's time to go, um, I stay ready instead of having to get ready. So boom, it's like yo, we need something new or fresh, whatever. Then I pretty much send Noah like some of the recent stuff I got. We pretty much had like have a folder um
Yeah, in the
online on the
cloud.
cloud on Google Drive or whatnot, and I just try to throw in all the beats in there. We have it like in what's it called, like different genres or feelings, so
Mm.
Noah's able to navigate through it for what he needs or at the time or whatnot, and it kind of happens like that. And then once Noah finds what he's looking for, boom, he just goes and doesn't use a pen. He actually just records straight from the mind,
Wow. And
telepathically.
Telekinesis.
Yeah.
it's no
Yeah,
wonder that you guys lasted for like 2 decades now, because you guys are really on the same page when it comes to your creative process, and that's amazing because that's rare, to find someone like within the same wavelength as you are creatively, because it's everything's so subjective when it
yeah,
comes to music. But now let's talk more about the music video, because on Mix, we're all about music videos. We love
yo,
playing them out. We
yes,
have fans voting
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
them.
yeah.
So can you tell us about the concept of your music video? You were saying the sound is very summery, but then
yeah.
there's snow, and then like, can you tell
Well,
us what the story is behind
it's
that?
just like it's like the reason, right? Like, basically, like you're saying like I can't think of nothing else, and baby, you're the reason. So it's kind of like no matter what's happening, that that's what that's the zone that you're in, and then basically it's about love, I guess, fresh love, new love, that kind of feeling. That was kind of the idea we were going for. And then we also had two legendary dancers, Matt and AC, in the music
Yeah,
video,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
from Philippine All Stars. And they choreoed something to it. We did a dance challenge, which is doing pretty well on TikTok as well. I think we're at about like 150K views on the
Woohoo!
dance challenge, and yeah, and I think with me, of course, I was able, I was in with I had a love interest, but on Flav's side, he's in Canada, so it was kind of like the long distance relation, the LDR. So medyo kuwawa. So he's in the snow by himself, and he's on the phone, talking to to his love interest. And that was basically, it was just like good vibes, good times, danceable, and just having fun. Like I think in mine, we have a pillow fight. I get like the people's elbow dropped on me. Um, I think that's what it was really all about, like just bringing
Yeah.
good vibes and good times. Of course, we wanted to bring the beach vibes, but just due to the situation, it wasn't like we could do it.
You
So we were
gotta
just kind of like,
sometimes. Yeah, you gotta work with
yeah,
what you got
had to
sometimes.
work with what we got. So
Oh, it's
we
knowing.
were,
Okay, let's
so
just
it's
put it
like,
in there.
But
What do you
yeah,
got?
it gives the international vibes in there, because
yeah,
there's no snow
Yeah,
here. But
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
I
yeah,
loved the intro where there was a quote that said, "The hardest part about accepting the saying everything happens for a reason is waiting for that reason to come along." So can you please
yeah.
expound on this? Why did you decide to put this in the intro of the song?
Okay. Well, shout outs to Direct Leandro and Jerice D1, our creative team, New Breed Media.
Drizzy.
Honestly, I give that all to Direct Leandro. He's like, yo, Noah, this is for you. Because, for me too, because I think, pandemic also brought a lot of truth to my relationships in certain aspects. So he was just kind of telling me like, the right reason will come along. So I think that was his personal thing to me, because we actually worked really closely since I was in Manila. In the video, I was at the office with him working, and he's like, yo, this quote is for you, Noah. So yeah, so I think maybe big shout outs to him. But I think I think that it's true, diba? Like because it's like you never know when that reason is gonna come along. So and the funny thing is I think you find that reason when you're not looking for it. So yun.
Ooh, that could be the code to another music video.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. Now, what else do you have planned for the rest of 2021? Anything else you'd like to tell us about? What can we expect from New York?
Well, as of now, like I think Flav mentioned, of course, we do have another single releasing with Warner, La Laban Kame, which is dropping June 11th, featuring MC Fatima Pamalu, and as well as Dash Calasado. It's kind of like us showing pride as Filipinos. So we're dropping it around Philippine Independence Day, and beyond that, we're also doing big shout outs. We're working on a deal with also another international distributor, which is in the works right now, and So basically, New York Edutainment as a record label, we're really looking at establishing that as well too. And right now, as Flav mentioned, like we're releasing a song every week. We have about 300 plus songs, and we're just gonna unleash them to the world.
Whoa!
So that's what, like 50 weeks in a year. So we're good for the next 6 years at least. But then we're making songs every day. So oh my goodness, just do the math.
Yeah. So I mean, it's. Because I
You're
think
set for life.
Yeah, well, we're just looking at it like we've been very prolific, and a lot of times too, I guess that's we talk about the pandemic and everything, and I don't want to say we would second guess ourselves, but I guess the music industry is also changing. So before it'd be like, oh, should we release this or this or this, and it's just to the point now where it's like we have all this music we've just been sitting on, like. Let's just get it out there, and and we're constantly creating more. So, and especially in today's market, like I think that's the way to go. So it's us adapting as well too to the industry, in the current climate. Yeah.
True to the Q York mantra. Let's go.
Let's go.
Tara na.
And to everyone watching, by the way, guys, yes, do wait for Q York on their streams on Kumu. Do watch out for them there. Every when can they watch you there again, guys?
Well, we're usually on like during the week, but we do have a scheduled show, the Barrio Show, which is every Friday. Was that 2:30 to 4:30? Yep. 2:30 to 4:30.
Philippine time? Is that Philippine time?
Yeah, Philippine time on the Kumu USA stage. So so you look for the Kumu USA account, and we're always there every Friday, 2:30 to 4:30. A lot of special guests we have come through. So it's a music based show, but it's just like hanging out at the barrio. So we have a musical guest every week, and we also have that pickup line competition, where we give away coins. So
You can also follow us, Flavormatics, Noah Lazarus as well. Our personal pages on Kumu, as well as IG and all that.
Kumu on IG, yes. Yes.
There you go. And speaking of Kumu, I would just like to remind everyone that Ben and Ben's virtual concert is happening on May 22, 7 p.m. You can grab your tickets now. There are two versions of the tickets. There's Gen Ad for 499 pesos. You have access to the main show, and then there's VIP 999 pesos, where you have access to the main show plus the meet and greet after the concert with Ben and Ben. So go grab your tickets now on www.kumu.live. This is presented by Kumu Live Events and Mix. So see you on May 22, 7 p.m. How about you guys? Any plans on doing virtual concerts soon?
Yeah, we're working on a few things. But as of now, like just the Barrio Show, and we do a lot of pop-ups and a lot of other people's events. And
we have
live
plans.
streams.
We have some plans, but I guess you'll know when something is ready to go down. Yeah.
Follow us on social media. Yoy.
Yes. Oh, and just one last thing. You mentioned you're dropping Lalaban Kami around Philippine Independence Day.
Yes.
Is there a music video that is going to be accompanying it?
There is a music video. Ooh. It's actually being edited right now. And we actually shot it at the Francis Magalona Court, so in Mandaluyong. So, big shout outs, to the man from Manila. But
Shout
now
out to Jerice
Francis M.
D1.
Yes.
Shout out to Leandro as well for making the video happen.
Yeah.
And shout out to King Dash Calzado and Fatima Palmalu for being
Yes.
on this record as well. This record is gonna be crazy.
Yo.
Yo, we are going to be waiting for that. And now that we're doing shout outs, one of the comments on Facebook says, it's my 19th birthday today. Pwede po ba pa shout out? Thank you and God bless. You're almost as old as Q York has been around.
Oh yeah.
They've been
Yes.
around for 20 years. So happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Idal.
Idal.
I think this is
Idal.
Lady May. I
Lady
think
May.
Lady
She
May.
just switched her
Okay.
name up.
Oh
Lady
yeah.
May
Lady
Domingo
May.
Alarios. Happy
Maligayang
birthday.
kaarawan.
Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
There
Yes.
you go.
Shout out to
any-
Jens.
Yes, hello. Go ahead. Give your shout outs and what your messages to your Filipino fans watching right now.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Jens, Idal. Who's this? Someone's asking for I to sing a song. Is that A1 song? Is that you?
No.
Yoy, Henry Chu, Jerice,
Yoy.
Carwin, what's up, guys? Yeah. Make sure to follow us. We got music for y'all. We got live streaming for y'all. Performances. Make sure to check us out. Flavormatics, Noah Lazarus, Q York.
Yoy. Yes. Yeah, just shout outs to everybody and out there that supports what we do and that supports, original Filipino music. And of course shout outs to Mix. Shout outs to Fatboy Lim, Johnny D, and shout outs to Viet Q Music as well as
Yeah.
Astro Mind Music, everybody working with us and
Shout out to
keep
Warner.
on building. Yes, and shout outs to Warner. And shout outs to you. Aye. Yoy.
Thank you. We
Alright.
love having you here. By the way, I almost forgot. I know you also have philanthropic efforts. Would you like to promote them as well?
Oh, yes, you can go to our foundation, samaSamaFoundation.org. We're actually working on a few campaigns that we're setting up right now. But just stay tuned, samaSamaFoundation.org. That's SAMAFOUNDATION.org. Yes, I spelled it right. Yeah, shout outs to Kenneth as well, too, tuned in. What's up, Ken?
Ken, what's up, Ken?
Yo.
Hello. Well, thank you so much to everyone watching right now on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, guys, stream The Reason. It's now out, and also the music video. Please vote for it on our official website, mixph.com,
Yes.
so that it can enter our charts and more people can listen to it, more people can vibe to it, more people can appreciate local music, especially music from Q York. So thank you so much once again,
Yo.
Noah Lazarus and Flavormatics, for dropping by and for telling us about your 2-decade journey. I wish we had more time, but I know, I can't keep you. I know Flavormatics, it's almost midnight there, so thank you also for staying up this late for us. And again, to everyone watching from the Philippines, stay safe and God bless. Thank you so much
Yoy.
for watching this MYXclusive interview. Once again, I'm BJ IE. Thank you so much, Q York.
Yoy.
Bye-bye.
Kapayapaan